Good morning students, this is Mrs. Aparna from ZPHS Torur, School Assistant Maths. I am here to introduce you to the topic progressions for the 10th standard, where we have arithmetic progressions and the general form of arithmetic progression and the nth term of arithmetic progression. Then we have the sum of n terms for arithmetic progression. Then it's followed by the geometric progression, the nth term of geometric progression with the general form of geometric progression.
For the 10th standard in the index, we have 6th chapter progressions. Let's have a clarity about the topic with an example here. Let us suppose you have a kiddie bank and the saving on the day 1 of your kiddie bank is rupees 5. Now when you get an amount of rupees 10 on the second day and you added that amount to your savings, and your savings here on day 2 is increased by rupees 10, and similarly on day 3 another 10 rupees is added to your savings, and on a constant basis if 10 more rupees are added to your savings on day 4 and day 5, then which word suits your savings in your kiddie bank, whether it's increasing or decreasing? How do you describe your savings? Which word suits your savings? Yes, it's increasing, and it's increasing on a constant basis, which is rupees 10 each day. This constant increase is considered as a pattern. Now let's take another example for better understanding. When you get good marks in a test than previous test, what does your teacher say about your studies? Yes, your teacher is sure to appreciate your progress in studies. This progress, when continuous with a constant increase, then it gives our today's topic progressions. In near nature, we have these patterns such as honeycomb, you can see the pattern, and sunflower, the petal patterns. So these are the natural patterns that we see in our daily life. Can you see a pattern in each of the above examples? We can see the natural patterns have a repetition which is not progressive. The identical petals of the sunflower are equidistantly grown. In a honeycomb, identical hexagonal shaped holes are arranged symmetrically around each hexagonal cell. Similarly, you can find out other natural patterns in spirals of pineapple too. So there's one more example on the screen which also represents a constant increase in salary of Usha. Now we have two types of progressions in our syllabus for our studies, and you have a little introduction of the history here. On the screen you can see the evidence is found by 400 BCE Babylonians knew of arithmetic and geometric progressions, and even among the Indian mathematicians, Aryabhatta was the first to give formulas for the sum of squares and cubes of natural numbers in his famous work Aryabhattiyam, written around 499 CE. So he also gave the formula for finding the sum of n terms. So let's see the general form of arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. The first term is represented by A1, second by A2, nth term by An, and the general form can be written as A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. So students, let's try to define arithmetic progression. We can define arithmetic progression in our own words without changing the actual meaning. So here we have one of the definitions of arithmetic progression, which is a number sequence A1, A2, A3, A4 is an arithmetic progression if there is a constant difference between each of the successive terms. So this constant difference is considered as the common difference in arithmetic progression. So when we consider A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5 as the terms of the given AP, we have a common difference between each of the successive terms, which is given by D, which is constant. So that is called as the common difference in arithmetic progression. So you can see on the screen, when A is considered as the first term, then A plus D, that is the first term plus the common difference, will give us the second term. Similarly, when you add a D to the second term, that is A plus D, we get the third term and so on. So here A becomes the first term, A plus D becomes the second term, that is A2, and A plus 2D becomes the third term, and A plus 3D becomes the fourth term, A4. Now let's consider an example for better understanding. So for clarity, we have a best and the basic example of arithmetic progression, which is the set of natural numbers. Lower standards, we have been familiar with the counting numbers which are called as natural numbers. We get the consecutive numbers by adding plus 1 to the preceding number. That is, when you need a successive number to the given number, we get it by adding 1 to the preceding number. So in this way, when you add 1 to 1, you get 2, and then when you add 1 to 2, you get 3, and so on. So here you can see or you can observe that D will be 1 here for the natural numbers, and A1 will be 1, A2 will be 2, A3 will be 3, and so on. So let's consider another example here. Let's take a sequence 2, 6, 10, 14, 18 and so on, and check whether this sequence is an arithmetic sequence or not. So as usual, let's take step 1 where we identify the first term as A2, and in the step 2 we'll identify the other terms as A2 is equal to 6, A3 is equal to 10, A4 is equal to 14 and so on. Now in step 3 we'll identify the common difference, which we get it by subtracting the first term from the second term, that is 6 minus 2, which will be equal to 4. And similarly, you can verify by subtracting the second term from the third term, which will again be equal to 4 here. So we observe that the sequence has been an arithmetic progression with a constant difference between each of the successive terms as 4. And these terms are obtained by adding 4 to the preceding term. So on the screen you can see that we are getting the second term by adding 4 to 2 and third term by adding 4 to the second term. So in this way we have
2 as the first term, 6 as the second term, 10 as the third term, and so on. So we can consider this sequence as an AP. Similarly, students, you can give some more examples that we use in maths as an example of arithmetic progression, such as you can take even numbers, odd numbers, and
the parameters of arithmetic progressions, finite and infinite. As we all know, finite means last term is known, and for infinite, last term is unknown. Here we define finite arithmetic progression where the fixed number of terms is defined. And for infinite, we have unfixed number of terms.
so here we will continue by substituting the formulas and solving the given problems. So we'll take an example for better understanding. So here identify the first term and the common difference in the given series, which is -5, -1, 3, 7 and so on. So first you need to identify what is the data given in the problem so that we can find out the steps for solution. So here the data given is term 1 is -5, term 2, that is second term, is -1, third term is 3 and so on. So here for this, what should be the first step? The first step should be identify the first term, which is denoted by A. So here from the given data, it is clearly visible that small a, which is the first term, is -5. So after that one, the second step will be finding the common difference. So common difference we get by subtracting the first term, that is this first term, from the second term. So here the formula is ak plus 1 minus ak, which gives us small d, which is nothing but the common difference. So here we have to subtract -5 from -1. How do you read this one? -1 minus of -5, which is equal to -1 plus of 5, which is equal to +4. Okay. So this +4 is nothing but d. D is common difference. So from these two steps, in the first step we got first term, and in the second step we got the common difference. So that is what we need to find out for this problem. So the solution for the given problem will be A is equal to -5 and D is equal to +4. And we can verify that one even by subtracting. That means by subtracting the third term from the second term, even then you get +4, which is the common difference. This is the way to verify when you write an exam or a test. So we'll take the second example here. The second example is find the first 5 terms of an AP whose first term is 10 and D is 5. What do you mean by D? D is the common difference. So to solve the given problem, first you have to identify what is the data given. So first identify what is the data given. Yes, it is first term, which is small a, and it is denoted by 10. Sorry, the value of a is 10. And here common difference denoted by D, and the value is 5. So this is the data that we have identified in the given problem for the solution. Now the steps. So step 1 for the solution will be writing the general form of AP. So the general form of AP is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. So in the second step, what you have to do now? You have to substitute the given values of A and D in order to, why we are substituting? In order to find the first five terms of the series. So here substitute the value of small a as 10. Why? Because it's clearly visible and given also that first term is 10. So 10 is represented by small a, which is the first term. Then a2. How do you find a2? A plus b. That is first term plus common difference, which is equal to 15. Similarly, a3. a3 is equal to a plus 2d. When you substitute a as 10 and d as 5, you get 20, which is the third term of the given AP. Similarly, you try the next two and you will find out that the fourth and the fifth terms will be 25 and 30. Just you do it on by your own and verify with these values it's correct or not. Okay. So we have the series first 5 terms of the series as 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and so on. So this is how we use the formulas that we have learned for the given concept